Hi, I'm Camille Butterfield with Monolith Financial Group. I want to start with a question. Do you remember your child's 18th birthday? Maybe it feels like yesterday. Maybe it feels like a lifetime ago. For most parents, turning 18 is a major milestone. There are celebrations, photos, cake. Maybe graduation is right around the corner. And for many families, it feels like the beginning of adulthood. But what surprises a lot of parents is that 18 isn't just a birthday. It's a transition, and some important things change overnight. Now, before we go any further, I want to mention I'm not an attorney and this isn't legal advice. Every family situation is different. My goal today is simply to highlight a few things many families don't realize and share some conversations that may be worth having. The first area is healthcare. This is often the biggest surprise. When your child turns 18, they become a legal adult. Many parents assume that if they were in a medical emergency, they would automatically have access to information and be able to help make decisions. The reality can be a little bit more complicated. That's why many families choose to discuss healthcare documents, emergency contacts, and healthcare decision making before an emergency happens. You don't want the first time these conversations happen to be during a crisis. The second area is financial access and organization. Imagine your child has a checking account, a savings account, a credit card, maybe a student loan, maybe an investment account. If something unexpected happened, would someone know where those accounts are? Would they know who to call? Would they know how to access important information? This doesn't mean parents need to manage the child's finances forever. It's actually quite the opposite. The goal is helping make young adults begin taking responsibility while also making sure important information isn't completely lost. The third area is credit. This is where many young adults start making financial decisions that can follow them for many years. Maybe it's their first credit card, maybe it's a car loan, student debt, or maybe it's financing a phone. One of the best gifts I believe parents can give their children is helping them understand how credit works before mistakes can happen, like understanding interest, understanding minimum payments, understanding the long-term impact of debt. These types of conversations matter. The fourth area is identity theft and online security. Many young adults have grown up online. They're comfortable with technology, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're protected. Talk about strong passwords, like two-factor authentications, recognizing scams, protecting personal information, monitoring accounts regularly. Unfortunately, identity theft doesn't care whether someone is 18, 80, or 8 months. Good habits started early can go a long way. The fifth area is financial habits, and honestly, this may be one of the most important section of all, because financial success is often less about complex strategies and more about everyday habits. Things like learning to save, learning how to budget, learning to live below your means. I don't mean in poverty, just means live within your means. Learning to ask questions before signing documents, learning that it's okay to say, I don't understand this. Can you explain it to me? Some of the best financial lessons are not taught in school. They're taught around a kitchen table. They're taught through conversations. They're taught through mistakes and experiences. And they're taught by parents or grandparents sharing what they've learned along the way. I also think 18 is a great age to begin talking about family preparedness, not because we expect something bad to happen, because life is unpredictable. Do they know where your important documents are kept? Do they know who to contact in an emergency for you? Do they understand how the family communicates important information? These aren't always exciting conversations, but they're valuable ones. If you're wondering where to start, I would keep it simple. Start having a conversation. Talk about healthcare. Talk about finances, about credit, about scams. Talk about responsibilities. You don't need to cover everything in one sitting. You don't need to have all the answers. The goal is simply opening the door to conversations that can continue over time. I'll leave you with one final thought. Turning 18 doesn't mean your role as a parent ends. It simply changes. You move from managing many decisions to helping guide them. And a little preparation today may help create a lot more confidence tomorrow.